Ever feel like your days are slipping away, busy, stressful, and unproductive, no matter how hard you try? What if you could take control of every single day, create unstoppable momentum, and finally achieve your goals without burning out? In today's page-wise summary, we're diving into Craig Ballantyne's The Perfect Day Formula, a step-by-step guide that reveals how to design your ideal day, build life-changing habits, and turn consistency into massive results. Whether you want more focus, more energy, or more fulfillment, this book gives you the blueprint to win your daily battles and set yourself up for long-term success. Stay tuned, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to structure your day, protect your time, and unlock your highest potential, all using actionable strategies you can implement starting today. Chapter 1. The Epic Battle for Your Life. Every single morning when you wake up, you step into a battle. But this isn't a battle with enemies outside. It's an internal war against distraction, procrastination, and the lure of comfort. Craig Ballantyne calls this the epic battle for your life, because the choices you make daily determine whether you move closer to freedom and success or drift into chaos and regret. Our modern world is filled with temptations: endless social media scrolling, binge-watching shows, late-night junk food, or simply hitting the snooze button. These small habits might feel harmless in the moment, but each one chips away at your discipline. Over time, they add up, leaving you stuck in mediocrity. The truth is simple: freedom is found through discipline. It might sound paradoxical, but when you set rules and boundaries for yourself, you gain more control over your life. Without discipline, external forces, emails, other people's priorities, distractions will control you. With discipline, you call the shots. Ballantyne reminds us that winning this battle doesn't require perfection. What it requires is consistency and clarity. If you know what matters most and build protective rules around your time, you've already started winning. Practical steps to start winning the battle. Identify your daily enemies. Write down the top 3 distractions or time wasters that steal your focus each day, e.g., phone notifications, gossip, Netflix, or checking emails first thing in the morning. Set personal rules. Create one rule to protect yourself from each distraction. For example, I will not check my phone until after I finish 60 minutes of deep work. Declare your victory routine. Write out the first 3 actions you will take every morning to ensure you start strong, e.g., drink water, review your top 3 goals, and work on your most important project. By practicing these steps, you begin to build the armor you need to win the daily battle. Remember, your life is the sum of your days. If you can win today, and then tomorrow, soon you'll be unstoppable. Chapter 2. Control your day, control your life. Craig Ballantyne begins this chapter with a bold truth: how you spend your day determines the quality of your life. Every day is a mini lifetime, and the way you organize it either builds your dreams or erodes them. If you want freedom, success, and peace of mind, you must first take full control of your 24 hours. Most people drift through their days, reacting to emails, social media alerts, and the endless demands of other people. They live in a reactive state, always putting out fires, and never making progress on what truly matters. Ballantyne calls this the tyranny of the urgent, when urgent but trivial tasks dominate your life, while important goals get ignored. The antidote is simple: schedule your day intentionally. Your morning, afternoon, and evening should not be left to chance. When you plan with clarity, you stop being a passenger and start being the pilot of your life. Even small victories, like completing your top priority first, compound over time, creating unstoppable momentum. Think of your day as a garden. If you let weeds, distractions, grow unchecked, they will choke the life out of your most important projects. High achievers aren't faster or smarter. They simply decide in advance what matters most and protect it fiercely. The control you build in one day eventually translates to mastery over your week, your month, and ultimately your life. Practical steps to take control. Define your top 3 daily priorities. Ask, if I only accomplish these 3 things today, would it still be a successful day? Write them down and protect them fiercely. Block your time. Assign fixed blocks in your calendar for high-priority tasks. Example, 8 to 10 a.m. equals deep work on Project X. Treat these as unbreakable appointments. Use no as your power word. Say no to low-value meetings, distractions, and trivial tasks that steal your time. Every no is a yes to what matters most. Create a daily ritual for clarity. Spend 5 to 10 minutes each morning reviewing your priorities and visualizing the day's execution. This mental rehearsal keeps you sharp and focused. Audit your evening. At day's end, reflect. Did I honor my priorities? What distracted me? Adjust tomorrow's plan based on this insight. By controlling your day, you gain control over your life. You transform from a reactive bystander to a deliberate creator of your destiny. Ballantyne reminds us, freedom is not waiting for circumstances to change. It's mastering the day you have today. Chapter 3. Design your environment for success. Ballantyne opens this chapter with a simple but powerful idea. Your environment shapes your behavior. The world you live in, the people you interact with, the spaces you occupy, and the tools you use, either propels you toward your goals or drags you into distraction and mediocrity. Most people underestimate the influence of their environment. They blame willpower for failures, not realizing that your surroundings often work against you. For example, trying to eat healthy while your kitchen is full of junk food is a losing battle. Sitting in a cluttered workspace makes focus nearly impossible. Social media notifications, background noise, and chaotic schedules chip away at your energy and discipline. Ballantyne emphasizes that high performers shape their environment to make success inevitable. Instead of relying solely on willpower, they create conditions where the right behaviors are easy and the wrong behaviors are difficult. This is how you turn your environment into an ally rather than a constant obstacle. Imagine your environment as a game board. If the pieces are arranged to help you win, success is almost automatic. If they're chaotic and unorganized, even your best efforts can fail. Small changes in your surroundings, like keeping your phone out of reach during work or placing healthy snacks in visible spots, can have outsized effects over time. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Surround yourself with motivated, focused, and disciplined individuals, and their habits will influence yours positively. Practical steps to optimize your environment. Audit your physical spaces. Clean your workspace and remove clutter. Place tools and resources you need within easy reach. Remove items that tempt you to procrastinate, junk food, games, distracting apps. Control your digital environment. Silence unnecessary notifications. Use apps to block distracting websites during work hours. Organize digital files so you spend less time searching and more time doing. Curate your social environment. Spend time with people who uplift and challenge you. Limit exposure to negative influences that drain energy. Join communities or mastermind groups aligned with your goals. Build routines that support focus. Establish morning and evening rituals that set the tone for productivity. Create visual cues in your environment to remind you of your priorities. Test and adjust. Treat your environment like a lab. Experiment with changes and notice how your productivity and mood shift. When you intentionally design your environment, discipline becomes easier, distractions fade, and focus comes naturally. Success is no longer a battle of willpower. It becomes the default outcome of the systems you've set in place. Chapter 4. Master your morning, master your day. Craig Ballantyne begins this chapter with a powerful truth. How you start your morning determines the quality of your entire day. The first hour after you wake up is the most important. It sets the tone for focus, energy, and productivity. If you leave it to chance, distractions and obligations will hijack your day before it even begins. Most people stumble out of bed, check their phones, grab coffee, and react to the world instead of shaping it. This reactive approach gives away control of the day to emails, notifications, and other people's priorities. Ballantyne calls this morning chaos, and he warns that it slowly erodes discipline, momentum, and clarity. The solution is what he calls a victory morning routine, a structured, intentional start that primes your mind, body, and spirit for achievement. When your mornings are designed for success, your days become easier, more productive, and more fulfilling. The morning is like setting the compass for a journey. If you point it in the right direction first thing, the rest of the day naturally follows a productive path. Small habits repeated consistently, like journaling, exercising, or reviewing goals, compound into massive results over weeks and months. High performers don't wait for motivation. They rely on systems and routines that ensure success even on low-energy days. Practical steps to master your morning. Wake up early, consistently. Start your day before distractions appear. Even 30 to 60 minutes earlier can provide uninterrupted time for high-value activities. Hydrate and energize your body. Drink water immediately after waking to kickstart metabolism and focus. Include a short exercise or stretching routine to activate your body. Focus your mind. Review your top 3 daily priorities. Visualize completing them successfully. Journal 1 to 2 thoughts of gratitude to set a positive mindset. Avoid digital distractions. Delay emails, social media, and messages until your routine is complete. Protect this time as sacred. It's your foundation for the day. Execute your first task immediately. Start with your most important or high-value work, the MIT, most important task. Avoid multitasking. Focus fully on one task to build momentum. By mastering your mornings, you win the first battle of the day. You gain clarity, energy, and control, creating a ripple effect that carries through every hour. Over time, this routine becomes the backbone of your personal and professional success. Chapter 5. Crush your afternoon slump. Ballantyne begins this chapter by highlighting a universal truth. Most people lose momentum in the afternoon. The morning may start strong, but by 2 or 3 p.m., energy dips, focus wanes, and distractions take over. Without strategies to combat this slump, even the most productive mornings can be wasted, leaving goals unfinished and stress levels high. The key idea is simple. Structure your day to maintain energy and focus from morning to night. Ballantyne emphasizes that sustaining high performance isn't about willpower alone. It's about planning your energy, managing tasks intelligently, and building mini victories throughout the day. Afternoons are often hijacked by reactive tasks, meetings, emails, or sudden emergencies. Left unchecked, they drain your mental bandwidth. By designing intentional blocks of work and recovery, you can turn the afternoon from a time of struggle into a period of peak productivity. Think of energy as a battery. It depletes over time if you don't recharge strategically. Ignoring this leads to burnout and poor decision-making. Micro-recoveries, like a short walk, stretching, or a healthy snack, have outsized effects on focus and mood. High performers schedule their most demanding work when energy is highest and save routine or low-stakes tasks for natural dips. Practical steps to crush the slump. Plan energy-based time blocks. Schedule your most important or creative tasks when your energy is highest, usually mid-morning. Reserve administrative or low-effort tasks for the post-lunch period. Use strategic breaks. Take a 5 to 10-minute break every 90 to 120 minutes to recharge. Step outside, stretch, or practice deep breathing. Avoid screens during these mini breaks. Fuel your body wisely. Avoid heavy lunches that cause drowsiness. Incorporate protein, vegetables, and light carbs for sustained energy. Stay hydrated throughout the day. Batch similar tasks together. Group emails, calls, or administrative work into a single block instead of sporadically reacting. This prevents constant interruptions and preserves cognitive focus. Revisit priorities midday. Check your top 3 goals to ensure the afternoon aligns with what matters most. Adjust tasks or delegate if necessary to stay on course. By applying these strategies, you turn the afternoon from a productivity pitfall into a period of achievement. Rather than dragging through the day, you maintain momentum, finish tasks efficiently, and keep your energy levels high. Chapter 6. Win your evening, win tomorrow. Ballantyne opens this chapter with a simple but powerful idea. Your evening determines the quality of your next day. Just as mornings set the tone, evenings are the bridge between today's achievements and tomorrow's success. A poorly managed evening can erase all the progress you made, leaving you tired, distracted, and unprepared. Most people treat evenings as downtime without structure. They scroll endlessly on social media, binge-watch TV, or stay up late responding to emails. While these activities feel relaxing, they often drain energy, disrupt sleep, and sabotage tomorrow's productivity. Ballantyne emphasizes that evenings should be intentional, just like mornings and afternoons, to reinforce discipline and focus. The key principle is close the day with purpose. By reflecting, reviewing, and preparing, you not only recover physically and mentally, but also create momentum for tomorrow. Your evening routine becomes the armor that protects your productivity and ensures consistent progress. Think of your day as a bank account. Mornings deposit energy, afternoons spend it, and evenings determine whether you save for tomorrow. High performers don't just finish work, they finish well, ensuring their next day starts with clarity and energy. Small evening habits, like reviewing goals or journaling, compound into massive gains in focus and resilience over time. Practical steps to win your evening. Reflect on the day. Ask yourself, what went well today, and what could I improve? Celebrate small wins to reinforce motivation. Plan tomorrow. Identify your top 3 priorities for the next day. Schedule them in your calendar or task list so they're ready to go first thing. Unplug and recharge. Limit screens at least 30 to 60 minutes before bed. Dim lights and create a calm environment to signal your body it's time to rest. Prepare your environment. Lay out clothes, pack your bag, or prep meals for the next day. Remove clutter that could cause friction in the morning. Wind down intentionally. Engage in relaxing rituals like reading, journaling, or light stretching. Prioritize sleep. High-quality rest is non-negotiable for focus, energy, and decision-making. By mastering your evenings, you close the loop of your day with clarity and discipline, ensuring that tomorrow starts with energy, purpose, and momentum. Evening routines aren't just about rest. They're a strategic tool to compound daily victories into lasting success. Chapter 7. Protect your focus at all costs. Valentine begins this chapter with a hard-hitting truth. Your ability to focus is your most valuable asset. Every goal, every achievement, and every success hinges on your capacity to concentrate deeply on what matters most. Yet most people let their attention be hijacked by distractions, notifications, and trivial tasks. Focus is fragile. A single email, text, or social media alert can fragment your attention and destroy momentum. Valentine calls this attention theft, and he warns that over time, it quietly erodes productivity, creativity, and even your sense of purpose. The secret of high performers is that they protect their focus fiercely, as if it were gold, because it literally determines the quality of their life. The principle is simple. What you focus on grows, and what you ignore shrinks. By controlling where your attention goes, you multiply your results and make progress almost inevitable. Imagine focus as a laser. When concentrated, it can cut through any obstacle. When scattered, it's like sunlight through a fog, weak and ineffective. Multitasking is a myth. Switching between tasks drains energy and reduces efficiency. Deep work yields far greater returns. High performers treat interruptions like intruders. They create boundaries that safeguard their attention. Practical steps to protect your focus. Identify your distraction triggers. Make a list of the apps, people, or habits that pull you off task. Examples: social media, emails, chatty coworkers, or unnecessary meetings. Create focused work blocks. Schedule uninterrupted periods for deep, high-value work. Use techniques like the Pomodoro method, 25 to 50 minutes focus, 5 to 10 minutes break. Control your environment. Turn off notifications. Close irrelevant tabs or apps. Inform colleagues or family of do not disturb periods. Batch communication. Check emails, messages, or calls at designated times instead of constantly reacting. Use visual and mental cues. Keep your top priority visible on your desk or in a planner. Remind yourself of the cost of distractions, lost time, reduced quality, and slower progress. Practice single-tasking rigorously. Focus entirely on one task until completion before moving to the next. Celebrate small wins to reinforce disciplined attention. By protecting your focus, you amplify productivity and make success predictable. Every hour of uninterrupted attention compounds into progress toward your goals, while distractions silently erode potential. Chapter 8. Manage your energy, not just your time. Valentine opens this chapter with a powerful insight. Time is finite, but energy is what truly drives performance. You can schedule every hour perfectly, but if your body, mind, and emotions are depleted, productivity and focus will crumble. High performers don't just manage their schedules. They manage their energy to sustain peak performance throughout the day. Most people treat energy as a passive resource. They push through fatigue, rely on caffeine, or ignore emotional stress, thinking time management alone will get results. Ballantyne warns that ignoring energy leads to burnout, frustration, and subpar outcomes, no matter how well you plan your day. The secret is to align your energy cycles with your tasks. When you respect your natural rhythms, take care of your body, and recover intentionally, you can accomplish more in less time and feel great doing it. Think of energy like fuel. Even the most advanced car can't run without gas. Planning your day without energy management is like driving on empty. Peak energy is not constant. It fluctuates based on sleep, nutrition, mental focus, and emotional state. Learning to ride these cycles is key to sustained success. Small energy habits compound. Proper hydration, micro breaks, and emotional check-ins can make the difference between a sluggish afternoon and a highly productive one. Practical steps to manage your energy. Optimize physical energy. Prioritize sleep, 7 to 9 hours of quality rest per night. Eat balanced meals and stay hydrated. Include regular exercise or movement to boost circulation and alertness. Manage mental energy. Schedule deep work during your peak cognitive hours. Take short breaks to refresh your brain. Avoid multitasking. Focus on one task to preserve mental clarity. Protect emotional energy. Limit exposure to negativity or energy-draining people. Practice gratitude, meditation, or journaling to maintain emotional balance. Celebrate progress to reinforce motivation. Use recovery strategically. Short naps, walks, or breathing exercises can restore energy. Evening routines should wind down your mind and body for restorative sleep. Align tasks with energy levels. High energy periods tackle creative or complex work. Low energy periods handle routine, repetitive, or administrative tasks. By managing energy, not just time, you sustain high performance without burning out. Your days become smoother, your focus sharper, and your progress more consistent. Ballantyne reminds us, energy management is the bridge between ambition and execution. Chapter 9. Build momentum and compound your wins. Craig Ballantyne begins this chapter with a powerful truth. Success is not a single event. It's the result of small wins accumulated consistently over time. Momentum is like a snowball. When you start rolling, even tiny actions can grow into unstoppable progress. The key is to create daily victories that feed into each other. Most people underestimate the power of momentum. They wait for motivation or dramatic breakthroughs. But high performers know that consistency beats intensity. By deliberately stacking wins, finishing tasks, hitting goals, and honoring routines, you create a self-reinforcing cycle where success fuels more success. Ballantyne calls this the compound effect of daily wins. Every decision, every completed task, and every moment of focus adds up. Small choices may seem insignificant in isolation, but over weeks, months, and years, they determine whether you achieve your biggest ambitions or drift into mediocrity. Think of momentum like riding a bike uphill. The first few pedals require effort, but once you gain speed, the ride becomes easier and more natural. Momentum isn't about perfection. It's about starting, doing, and continuing, even when conditions aren't ideal. Celebrating small wins is crucial. It reinforces confidence and strengthens your commitment to bigger goals. Practical steps to build momentum. Start your day with a win. Begin with a small, achievable task that gives you a sense of accomplishment. Example: clearing your workspace, completing a quick priority task, or sending an important email. Stack wins throughout the day. Break large projects into smaller, actionable steps. Focus on completing each step to maintain a sense of progress. Track your victories. Keep a journal or checklist of completed tasks and accomplishments. Reviewing wins at the end of the day reinforces momentum and motivation. Leverage compounding habits. Pair new productive habits with existing routines, habit stacking. Over time, these small behaviors multiply into significant achievements. Avoid momentum killers. Limit negative influences, distractions, and tasks that don't contribute to your goals. Protect your focus, energy, and routines to keep progress rolling. By intentionally building momentum, you turn ordinary days into extraordinary progress. The small wins you accumulate compound into long-term success, creating a life where goals are not just dreams. They're inevitable outcomes of disciplined daily action. Chapter 10. Kill your bad habits before they kill you. Valentine begins this chapter with a stark truth. Your habits determine the trajectory of your life. Every action you repeat shapes your identity, your productivity, and your success. Bad habits, even small ones, quietly erode focus, energy, and results. If left unchecked, they can derail your goals faster than any external obstacle. Most people try to rely on willpower alone to overcome bad habits. They resist temptation in the moment, only to fall back into old patterns when motivation fades. Valentine emphasizes that the key to lasting change is systems, not just effort. By designing routines that minimize triggers and reinforce positive behavior, you make good habits automatic and bad habits difficult. The principle is clear. You can't build a perfect day around destructive routines. To reach your goals, you must ruthlessly eliminate behaviors that waste time, energy, or focus. Think of bad habits as slow leaks in a boat. You may not notice them immediately, but over time they sink your progress. High performers don't rely on motivation. They structure their environment and routines to make success inevitable. Identifying the habits that undermine your life is the first step toward reclaiming control. Practical steps to kill bad habits. Identify your destructive habits. Write down the habits that steal your time, energy, or focus. Examples: excessive social media scrolling, procrastination, late-night snacking, or negative self-talk. Understand the triggers. Notice when and why the habit occurs. Is it boredom, stress, or environment-driven? Understanding the trigger allows you to intercept the habit before it starts. Replace, don't just remove. Substitute a bad habit with a productive alternative. Example: replace mindless scrolling with a 5-minute stretch, reading, or journaling session. Use rules to protect yourself. Create clear boundaries. No phone until after 60 minutes of focused work. Make undesirable behaviors inconvenient or impossible to perform. Track and reinforce progress. Keep a habit log to monitor success. Celebrate streaks and small wins to strengthen commitment to change. By eliminating bad habits and replacing them with productive routines, you clear the path for consistent achievement. Success is no longer about willpower. It becomes the natural result of the systems you've put in place. Chapter 11. Create rituals that supercharge your day. Valentine begins this chapter with a simple but powerful insight. Your daily rituals dictate the quality of your life. High performers aren't extraordinary because of talent or luck. They succeed because they consistently follow routines that optimize their focus, energy, and decision-making. Rituals turn intention into action and make success almost automatic. Most people operate without intentional rituals. Their days are fragmented, reactive, and full of wasted energy. Valentine emphasizes that when you design your life around positive routines, your performance multiplies. The right rituals, performed consistently, make good habits effortless and bad habits harder to maintain. Rituals are not just for mornings. They can structure your entire day, from work periods to meals, exercise, and even breaks. They create a rhythm that protects your energy, sharpens your focus, and builds unstoppable momentum. Think of rituals as the scaffolding of your day. Without them, your time and energy collapse into chaos. With them, even challenging days feel manageable and productive. Small, repeated actions, like reviewing goals, stretching, or journaling, compound into enormous long-term results. High performers don't wait for motivation. They rely on systems and rituals to ensure success regardless of mood or circumstances. Practical steps to create powerful rituals. Map your daily energy cycles. Identify when your focus, creativity, and energy peak. Schedule high-priority tasks during these periods. Design anchor rituals. Create consistent start-of-day, midday, and end-of-day rituals. Examples: morning, hydration, review top 3 priorities, exercise. Midday, short walk or breathing break. Evening, reflect, plan tomorrow, wind down for sleep. Stack habits into rituals. Combine multiple beneficial habits into a single routine to make them easier to maintain. Example: after breakfast, review goals plus journal plus plan the day. Eliminate decision fatigue. Automate choices wherever possible. Meal prep, clothing, task sequences. Rituals reduce the mental energy spent on trivial decisions. Test and refine. Observe how each ritual impacts your energy, focus, and productivity. Adjust timing, duration, or activities to maximize effectiveness. By creating rituals that align with your goals and energy, you transform daily habits into a system that guarantees success. Valentine reminds us, rituals aren't optional. They are the backbone of sustained achievement. Chapter 12. Focus on your most important work. Craig Ballantyne opens this chapter with a simple but profound truth. Not all tasks are created equal. Many people fill their days with busy work, emails, meetings, and minor chores, while neglecting the high-impact activities that actually drive their goals. Ballantyne emphasizes that success comes from focusing relentlessly on your most important tasks, MITs. The challenge is that the world is full of distractions disguised as urgency. Social media notifications, other people's priorities, and trivial tasks constantly compete for your attention. Without a system to identify and prioritize what truly matters, your energy is spent reacting instead of creating. High performers know that progress is built by consistently dedicating time and focus to the work that moves the needle. Imagine watering plants. If you pour energy into weeds, trivial tasks, your flowers, high-impact goals, wither. Productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing the right things consistently. High achievers start by asking, what 20% of my actions will generate 80% of the results? This focus amplifies impact dramatically. Practical steps to prioritize MITs. Identify your most important tasks. Write down the top 1 to 3 tasks that will have the biggest impact on your goals today. Example, completing a client proposal, finishing a key project milestone, or preparing a presentation. Schedule MITs during peak energy hours. Align high-priority work with your natural energy and focus cycles. Avoid low-value tasks during this time. Eliminate distractions during MITs. Turn off notifications, close irrelevant tabs, and create a focused workspace. Treat MIT time as sacred and non-negotiable. Break tasks into actionable steps. Chunk large tasks into smaller, manageable steps to prevent overwhelm and maintain momentum. Review and adjust daily. At the end of each day, evaluate which MITs were completed and which need attention tomorrow. Continuously refine priorities based on impact and progress. By focusing on your most important work, you maximize productivity while minimizing wasted effort. Ballantyne reminds us that discipline in task selection is more valuable than working longer hours. The right focus ensures that every action moves you closer to success. Chapter 13. Work with your natural energy, not against it. Ballantyne begins this chapter with a critical insight. Trying to force productivity when your body and mind are low on energy is a losing battle. Most people ignore their natural rhythms, forcing themselves to work late, push through fatigue, or tackle creative tasks when their brain isn't ready. The result? Burnout, mistakes, and frustration. Ballantyne emphasizes that peak performance comes from aligning your work with your natural energy cycles. Your body has predictable peaks and valleys of focus, creativity, and motivation throughout the day. By scheduling your most important tasks during your high-energy periods and routine or low-effort tasks during energy dips, you can accomplish more with less strain. Working against your natural energy is like swimming upstream. It requires more effort for less progress. Working with it, however, allows momentum to carry you forward effortlessly. Think of your energy like the tide. Trying to row against it is exhausting. Riding with it accelerates you naturally. High performers aren't necessarily working longer hours. They are strategically working smarter by respecting energy patterns. Even small adjustments, like moving demanding work to peak hours, have compounding effects on productivity and mood. Practical steps to align work with energy. Identify your energy peaks and valleys. Track your focus, alertness, and mood throughout the day for 1 week. Note when you feel most creative, analytical, and energized. Schedule high-priority work during peak energy. Creative projects, problem-solving, and strategic planning should align with high-focus periods. Plan low-energy tasks for dips. Respond to routine emails, organize files, or perform administrative work when energy is low. Incorporate recovery strategies. Short walks, stretching, hydration, or breathing exercises help replenish energy between tasks. Adjust and experiment. Continuously refine your schedule based on results. Some tasks may shift depending on your energy trends or workload. By aligning work with natural energy cycles, you maximize output while minimizing fatigue. Craig reminds us that productivity isn't about sheer effort. It's about strategic timing and working in harmony with your body and mind. Chapter 14. Tiny Habits, Massive Results. Valentine opens this chapter with a powerful truth. Big changes start with small, consistent actions. Most people think success requires dramatic, life-altering moves, but in reality, it's the tiny habits repeated over time that create extraordinary results. These small behaviors, when compounded, determine whether you reach your goals or remain stuck in mediocrity. Valentine emphasizes that habit stacking and consistency are the keys to long-term achievement. Each small win reinforces confidence, discipline, and momentum, creating a snowball effect that propels you toward your dreams. Conversely, neglecting small habits allows negative behaviors to accumulate, slowly eroding your potential. The lesson is clear. You don't need perfection, just daily, intentional actions. Think of habits like compound interest. Tiny deposits grow exponentially over time. Missing one day isn't catastrophic, but repeated neglect compounds into failure. High achievers focus on systems, not goals alone. Systems are built through small, repeatable habits that make success inevitable. Momentum from small wins makes larger challenges easier to tackle, creating a virtuous cycle of achievement. Practical steps to build tiny, powerful habits. Identify keystone habits. Choose 1 to 3 small actions that will have the biggest impact on your life. Examples: 10 minutes of morning exercise, reviewing top priorities, or journaling at night. Stack habits onto existing routines. Pair a new habit with an established one to increase consistency. Example: after brushing your teeth, write down your top 3 tasks for the day. Start small and scale gradually. Begin with manageable actions to avoid overwhelm. Example: start with 5 push-ups, then increase over time. Track progress daily. Keep a simple log or checklist to reinforce accountability and visualize streaks. Celebrate consistency over intensity. Focus on showing up every day rather than doing everything perfectly. Small, repeated wins compound into massive results over months and years. By focusing on tiny habits consistently, you create unstoppable momentum that shapes your future. Valentine reminds us that success is rarely dramatic. It's the accumulation of small, smart actions that lead to extraordinary outcomes. Chapter 15. Build systems, not just goals. Valentine begins this chapter with a crucial insight. Goals alone won't create lasting success. While goals give direction, they don't guarantee action or consistency. What truly drives achievement is systems, structured processes that make progress automatic and repeatable. Most people fail because they focus solely on outcomes. I want to lose 20 pounds. I want a promotion, without building the daily systems that deliver those results. Valentine emphasizes that high performers create routines, habits, and frameworks that consistently produce outcomes, regardless of motivation or external circumstances. Systems protect you from distraction, fatigue, and inconsistency. The key principle: goals are for vision, systems are for execution. By prioritizing systems over obsessing about outcomes, you ensure that progress is inevitable. Think of a system like a factory assembly line. If the process is well designed, quality products come out reliably without constant oversight. High achievers don't chase inspiration. They design processes that make results unavoidable. Systems reduce reliance on willpower and motivation, turning deliberate action into automatic success. Practical steps to build effective systems. Identify the results you want to achieve. Example: increase productivity, improve health, grow your business. Be clear on the outcome, but don't obsess over daily perfection. Break results into repeatable actions. Define the daily, weekly, or monthly activities that directly contribute to your goal. Example: to grow a business, the system could include daily outreach, weekly content creation, and monthly reviews. Automate and standardize where possible. Use tools, templates, or checklists to streamline routine tasks. Example: pre-schedule emails or batch similar work together to save mental energy. Monitor and adjust your system. Track metrics or key indicators to see if the system produces desired results. Make tweaks when processes aren't working, but keep the overall framework intact. Prioritize consistency over perfection. Systems are designed to accumulate results over time. Focus on showing up and following the process, not on flawless execution every time. By building systems, you transform goals from vague intentions into predictable outcomes. Ballantyne reminds us, systems aren't optional. They are the machinery of success, turning effort into real, measurable progress every single day. Chapter 16. Delegate and multiply your impact. Ballantyne opens this chapter with a key principle. You can't do everything alone, and trying to do so limits your results. High performers know that their success depends not just on what they personally accomplish, but on how effectively they leverage other people, resources, and systems to expand their impact. Most people fall into the trap of believing that doing everything themselves ensures quality. Ballantyne warns that this mindset is a productivity killer. It drains energy, slows progress, and prevents growth. Delegation isn't just a convenience. It's a strategic multiplier that frees your time for high-priority tasks while empowering others to contribute. The principle is simple. Focus on your unique strengths and delegate the rest. By doing so, you amplify results, create scalability, and prevent burnout. Think of delegation like investing. You're allocating resources, time, talent, money, to generate returns greater than what you could achieve alone. High achievers build teams, systems, or tools to handle routine, low-impact tasks while they focus on strategic work. Delegation requires trust and clarity. When done correctly, it multiplies output rather than compromising quality. Practical steps to delegate effectively. Identify tasks to delegate. Make a list of tasks that others could do without your direct involvement. Examples: administrative work, repetitive processes, or specialized tasks outside your expertise. Choose the right person or tool. Match tasks with team members, freelancers, or software solutions capable of handling them effectively. Communicate clearly and set expectations. Define outcomes, deadlines, and quality standards. Provide guidance without micromanaging. Empower and trust. Give authority and autonomy to those executing the task. Avoid the temptation to take back control unless absolutely necessary. Monitor and refine. Check progress at agreed-upon intervals. Provide feedback and adjust processes to ensure continuous improvement. By delegating strategically, you free your time, reduce stress, and multiply the results of your efforts. Ballantyne reminds us, success isn't just about working harder. It's about working smarter and leveraging every resource at your disposal. Chapter 17. Take massive, consistent action. Ballantyne begins this chapter with a core truth. Ideas, plans, and goals are meaningless without action. The difference between dreamers and high performers is execution. While many people spend time planning, analyzing, or waiting for the perfect moment, success comes from taking massive, consistent action every single day. Most people overestimate what they can do in a day and underestimate what they can achieve over months or years. Ballantyne emphasizes that momentum and results are built through persistent, disciplined effort, not sporadic bursts. Every step, no matter how small, contributes to compounding progress. The principle is simple. Execution beats inspiration when repeated consistently. Action turns strategy into reality and transforms potential into results. Think of execution like compounding interest. Repeated effort over time produces exponential results. High performers don't wait for motivation. They act consistently, even when enthusiasm wanes. Small, daily actions add up faster than occasional massive efforts. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. Practical steps to take massive, consistent action. Break goals into daily tasks. Identify the small actions that, when completed each day, move you closer to your ultimate goal. Set specific deadlines. Treat every task as time-sensitive to create accountability and urgency. Create accountability systems. Share your goals with a coach, mentor, or accountability partner. Track progress daily or weekly to stay committed. Avoid perfectionism. Focus on completing tasks rather than making them flawless. Action leads to learning, adjustments, and momentum. Celebrate incremental wins. Acknowledge progress, no matter how small, to reinforce consistency and motivation. By taking massive, consistent action, you turn plans into results and build unstoppable momentum. Valentine reminds us, ideas are worthless without execution, and disciplined action is the ultimate key to achieving your perfect day, and ultimately, your perfect life. Chapter 18. Track your results, measure your progress. Valentine opens this chapter with a simple but powerful principle. You can't improve what you don't measure. Many people work hard every day yet feel stuck because they have no way of knowing whether their actions are actually producing results. Tracking your progress transforms effort into insight, allowing you to make adjustments, optimize performance, and stay accountable. Most people neglect this step because it feels tedious or they fear confronting underperformance. Valentine emphasizes that measurement isn't about judgment, it's about clarity and control. When you know exactly where you stand, you can make informed decisions and maintain momentum toward your goals. The principle is clear. Tracking results turns intentions into data, and data drives improvement. Think of tracking as a GPS for your life. Without it, you may be moving but not necessarily in the right direction. High performers monitor key metrics daily, weekly, and monthly to ensure that their actions are aligned with their objectives. Small adjustments based on accurate data compound over time into massive improvements. Practical steps to track results effectively. Identify key performance indicators, KPIs. Choose 3 to 5 metrics that directly reflect progress toward your goals. Examples: revenue generated, tasks completed, workouts finished, or hours spent on deep work. Use simple tracking tools. Journals, spreadsheets, apps, or planners can help record daily results. Keep it simple to avoid tracking fatigue. Review daily. At the end of each day, assess completed tasks and reflect on what worked and what didn't. Analyze weekly and monthly trends. Look for patterns of success and areas needing improvement. Adjust routines, habits, or priorities based on findings. Celebrate measurable progress. Recognize milestones to reinforce motivation and commitment. Even small improvements signal that your systems and actions are working. By tracking results, you gain control over your outcomes, fine-tune your strategies, and accelerate progress. Valentine reminds us that measurement is not optional. It's a cornerstone of disciplined, high-performing lives. Chapter 19. Rest, Recover, and Recharge. Craig Ballantyne opens this chapter with a critical insight. Rest is not a luxury. It's a performance strategy. Many people mistake constant busyness for productivity, believing that more hours worked equals more results. In reality, without proper recovery, energy dwindles, focus falters, and even high-performing systems begin to break down. Ballantyne emphasizes that strategic rest amplifies output. High performers recognize that work and recovery are two sides of the same coin. By intentionally planning downtime and respecting natural energy cycles, you can sustain high performance over the long term while avoiding burnout. The principle is simple. Recovery is a force multiplier, not wasted time. When your mind and body are refreshed, your focus sharpens, creativity flows, and your capacity for disciplined action increases. Think of recovery like recharging a battery. Without it, even the most efficient systems fail. Sleep, movement, and mental breaks are essential components of sustainable success. High achievers plan rest just as carefully as work. They schedule it, protect it, and honor it. Practical steps to rest and recharge effectively. Prioritize quality sleep. Aim for 7 to 9 hours per night. Maintain consistent sleep and wake times to regulate your internal clock. Schedule deliberate breaks. Include short micro breaks during the day to maintain focus. Step outside, stretch, or practice deep breathing to reset energy. Engage in active recovery. Light exercise, yoga, or a walk can refresh both body and mind. Avoid intense physical or mental work during recovery periods. Unplug from work mentally. Limit emails, notifications, and screen time during off hours. Create a clear boundary between work and personal time. Use rest strategically. Plan recovery days after high-intensity work periods or challenging projects. Recognize that rest fuels creativity, productivity, and long-term health. By incorporating intentional rest, you increase energy, sharpen focus, and build resilience, allowing you to sustain performance day after day. Ballantyne reminds us, recovery isn't optional. It's the fuel that powers your perfect day. Chapter 20. Build discipline that lasts under pressure. Craig Ballantyne opens this chapter with a clear truth. Discipline is what separates those who achieve their goals from those who fall short. Motivation is fleeting, and life constantly throws challenges, distractions, and stress your way. Without consistent discipline, even the best plans, systems, and habits can crumble when pressure rises. Ballantyne emphasizes that true discipline is built before you need it. High performers don't rely on last-minute motivation. They create habits, rules, and systems that make sticking to priorities automatic, even under stress. By strengthening your self-discipline, you gain freedom, control, and resilience, allowing you to act decisively regardless of circumstances. The principle is simple. Discipline under pressure turns intentions into results consistently. Think of discipline like a muscle. The more you train it, the stronger it becomes, and the better it handles stress. High performers anticipate obstacles and design systems to prevent lapses when life gets chaotic. Discipline isn't punishment. It's the framework that protects your time, energy, and results. Practical steps to build lasting discipline. Establish non-negotiable habits. Identify key habits that support your goals and commit to them consistently. Example, daily exercise, focused work blocks, or morning planning rituals. Create rules for high-risk situations. Define boundaries for times when willpower is weakest, late-night snacking, social media, or work overload. Example, no phone after 9 p.m., or no skipping workouts. Train under controlled pressure. Simulate stressful scenarios in advance to strengthen resilience. Example, complete a task under a tight deadline or practice public speaking in front of a small audience. Track performance and adherence. Monitor consistency of habits and systems under normal and high-pressure situations. Adjust strategies if lapses occur to prevent future failures. Reward and reinforce discipline. Celebrate consistency, even in challenging circumstances. Positive reinforcement strengthens commitment and confidence. By developing discipline that endures pressure, you ensure that your routines, systems, and habits continue to produce results, no matter the circumstances. Ballantyne reminds us, pressure is inevitable, but failure under pressure is optional when discipline is built in advance. Chapter 21. Simplify your life, multiply your results. Ballantyne begins this chapter with a striking insight. Complexity is the enemy of productivity. Many people fill their days with unnecessary tasks, commitments, and decisions, leaving them overwhelmed, unfocused, and exhausted. Ballantyne emphasizes that simplifying your life is one of the fastest ways to increase clarity, focus, and results. The principle is simple. Eliminate the unnecessary so you can concentrate on what truly matters. By reducing distractions, commitments, and clutter, you free mental and physical energy for high-priority work and meaningful goals. Simplicity is not about doing less. It's about doing what counts most, efficiently and effectively. Think of life like a desk. When clutter accumulates, finding what you need becomes harder and more stressful. Simplifying creates space for action. High performers ruthlessly cut out non-essential tasks and decisions to protect focus and energy. Simplifying doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means removing friction so you can tackle the right challenges with clarity and confidence. Practical steps to simplify your life. Audit your commitments. List all responsibilities, meetings, and activities in your life. Ask, does this directly contribute to my most important goals? Eliminate or delegate what doesn't. Reduce decision fatigue. Automate routine choices like meals, clothing, or workflow processes. Create clear rules and systems to minimize trivial decisions. Declutter your environment. Organize your workspace, home, and digital tools to remove distractions. A clean, simple environment supports focus and efficiency. Focus on the vital few. Identify the 20% of actions that deliver 80% of results and prioritize them. Eliminate or postpone low-value tasks and obligations. Streamline information intake. Limit social media, unnecessary news, or low-value content that distracts from your priorities. Consume only what adds meaningful value to your work or personal growth. By simplifying your life, you maximize energy, focus, and impact. Ballantyne reminds us that complexity is optional, but focus and results are not. Clarity allows your best work to shine without unnecessary friction. Chapter 22. Develop mental toughness. Ballantyne opens this chapter with a fundamental truth. Success is not determined by talent alone, but by resilience and the ability to persevere through challenges. Life inevitably throws obstacles, setbacks, and moments of doubt your way. Mental toughness is what allows you to stay focused, disciplined, and productive, even when circumstances are difficult. Most people give up or lose momentum when faced with adversity because they rely solely on motivation or comfort. Ballantyne emphasizes that mental toughness is built through deliberate practice and consistent effort, not luck. By strengthening your mindset, you gain the ability to push past obstacles and continue moving toward your goals, no matter what. The principle is simple. Obstacles are inevitable, but giving up is optional. Developing mental toughness transforms setbacks into opportunities for growth and progress. Think of mental toughness like a muscle. It grows stronger each time you push through discomfort or challenge. High performers embrace adversity as a teacher, not a roadblock. Discipline, focus, and resilience are the pillars of mental toughness. They allow you to act consistently under pressure. Practical steps to build mental toughness. Face challenges deliberately. Step outside your comfort zone regularly to strengthen resilience. Example: take on difficult projects, practice public speaking, or tackle tasks you've been avoiding. Reframe obstacles. View setbacks as learning opportunities rather than failures. Ask, what can I learn from this? Instead of, why me? Strengthen self-discipline. Stick to your routines, rituals, and most important tasks even when motivation is low. Visualize success under pressure. Imagine yourself handling challenges calmly and effectively. Visualization builds confidence and mental readiness. Practice gratitude and perspective. Focus on what's within your control and acknowledge progress already made. This reduces emotional drain and enhances resilience. By developing mental toughness, you maintain focus, energy, and action even when life gets hard. Ballantyne reminds us, strength of mind is the foundation upon which all consistent success is built. Chapter 23. Align your life for fulfillment. Ballantyne opens this chapter with a powerful insight. Success without fulfillment is hollow. You can build wealth, influence, and productivity, but if your life is out of balance, stress and dissatisfaction will eventually catch up. True success comes from aligning your work, health, relationships, and personal growth so that every area of life supports your long-term happiness and purpose. Most people focus on achievements in isolation, neglecting other crucial aspects of life. Ballantyne emphasizes that alignment creates synergy. When your career, health, and relationships support each other, your energy multiplies, your focus sharpens, and your days feel purposeful. The principle is simple. A well-aligned life amplifies results and satisfaction simultaneously. Success is not just about what you accomplish, but how you live while achieving it. Think of life like a three-legged stool: career, health, and relationships. If one leg is weak, the stool wobbles. Balance strengthens stability and performance. High performers schedule priorities deliberately, ensuring that professional success does not come at the cost of health or relationships. Fulfillment fuels motivation and resilience, creating a positive cycle where happiness and achievement reinforce each other. Practical steps to align your life. Evaluate your core areas. Identify your priorities in work, health, relationships, and personal growth. Ask, are my daily actions supporting my goals in each area? Set integrated goals. Create objectives that strengthen multiple areas simultaneously. Example: exercising with family, networking while volunteering, or learning skills that enhance both career and personal life. Design routines that reinforce alignment. Schedule time for exercise, quality family interactions, and meaningful work consistently. Eliminate conflicts and energy drains. Remove commitments or habits that harm balance, such as excessive work hours, toxic relationships, or neglecting health. Reflect regularly. Weekly or monthly, assess whether your life feels balanced and aligned with your purpose. Adjust actions, priorities, or routines to maintain alignment. By aligning your life across key dimensions, you maximize fulfillment, productivity, and and sustainable success. Ballantyne reminds us, real achievement is not measured by accomplishments alone, but by the harmony and meaning in your daily life. Chapter 24. Lock in your perfect day. Craig Ballantyne opens this final chapter with a powerful reminder. Your life is the sum of your daily actions. All the strategies, habits, and systems discussed throughout the book culminate in one ultimate goal: creating a perfect day that you can repeat consistently. When you design each day intentionally, you gain control over your time, energy, and results, making success inevitable. Most people drift through their days reactively, responding to emails, distractions, and other people's priorities. Ballantyne emphasizes that the key to lasting success is proactive design, building your day around your most important tasks, energy cycles, routines, and systems. This ensures that you not only accomplish goals, but do so with balance, focus, and fulfillment. The principle is simple. Perfect days produce perfect weeks, which produce perfect lives. By locking in daily excellence, you create momentum, discipline, and results that compound over time. Think of your day as a blueprint. Each hour is a building block. If you construct it intentionally, the structure stands strong. If you leave it to chance, chaos fills the gaps. High performers don't leave success to luck. They script their day around priorities, energy, and recovery. Repetition is the key. Perfect days become habits, habits become systems, and systems produce extraordinary results. Practical steps to lock in your perfect day. Start with your most important tasks, MITs. Identify the 1 to 3 high-impact tasks that will move the needle today. Schedule them during your peak energy periods. Align energy, routines, and recovery. Incorporate rituals, breaks, and recovery periods to maintain focus and performance. Respect natural energy cycles to avoid burnout. Eliminate distractions and non-essential tasks. Protect your time by creating rules and systems that prevent interruptions. Delegate, automate, or postpone low-value tasks. Track progress and adjust. Review daily wins, challenges, and lessons learned. Refine tomorrow's plan based on insights gained today. End with reflection and gratitude. Close your day by celebrating achievements and acknowledging progress. Use journaling or review to reinforce learning and prepare for the next day. By consistently locking in your perfect day, you create a life of discipline, energy, productivity, and fulfillment. Ballantyne reminds us, success is not a distant goal. It is the natural outcome of repeating perfect days over time. The perfect day formula is not about perfection. It's about intentionality, systems, and consistency. Each day is an opportunity to win small battles, build momentum, and move closer to your ideal life. By applying these principles, you have the tools to design days, and ultimately a life, that reflect your highest potential.